This is Fender Selim, and I'm taking a video about the history of World War II in Europe. Here, I'll need to make louder my voice. The first invasion of Germany to start the war is of Poland. This border here is divided of USSR and of Germany. They signed a pact so Germany can invade Poland. So they too invade Poland. And next was the phony war, where France defended their country and Britain joined the war and sent troops to France. Then Germany had more soldiers than the two of them, and they used the blitzkrieg. They used blitzkrieg tactics, and this is the evacuation of Dunkirk, going back to Britain, and this divided France. And while there, Germany invaded Denmark, then up to Norway. Then the Battle of Britain and the Blitz continued. They used airplanes for the battle. Then Italy joined the war, and then the Americans supplied the British with more soldiers. They go here and go here. Then on the USSR, before the USSR, in the Operation Barbarossa, there was an attack of Germany in the Baltic. The Balkans invaded. Then Hungary, Romania, Bulgaria, and Slovakia joined forces with Germany and invaded Yugoslavia and Greece. Italy joined the war too and invaded Greece. Then after that, the Operation Barbarossa. Before Operation Barbarossa, this invaded here. Then the Operation Barbarossa starts next. Then there are more troops that were sent to attack Russia. Then they were pushed back. The Russians were pushed back. The Soviets were pushed back to their own mainland. Then there were more troops that were arriving in the Soviet Union, but the Germans have a lot of soldiers. Then the fierce battle finally was halted here, near Moscow. Then the winter has been settled in, and that's where it finally stopped. In Moscow, it became winter. It became more cold, vicious than ever. Then Hitler tried to attack Moscow without any supply. They want to have speed attacks on the city of Moscow. Then, since Russia had more things more gear than the Germans, they attacked and protected their capital from the Germans. It was so cold that the Germans surrendered. Then some of the soldiers of this went to go to the Caucasus here, but then Then in this area, this is Stalingrad, near the Azov Sea. They pushed back. They were pushed, and until they reached here, then they were fiercely defended, and then the Germans surrendered at the Battle of Stalingrad. Then they invaded here and finally pushed here. Then then the Americans joined World War II, and some of them went into Africa, and even the torch landings was made. Then here in Italy, on the southern part, Churchill has decided to invade the under part of Europe, so they invade Sicily and got to Italy. Then finally it was another year. Then the Germans, the Axis, lost their battle at the El Alamein, and they finally liberated Africa. Then the president of USA, Franklin D. Roosevelt, made another plan. He wants to invade in the Normandy with the Supreme General Dwight D. Eisenhower. So he invaded. So he made Operation Overlord and Operation Neptune and as D-Day. They land here. Even the British landed here. Then some of the forces landed here on the southern parts. Then Greece didn't no longer join the war, and some of them protected Greece. So no more to Greece. They finally protected Greece. Then while in Russia, Battle of Kursk began, and no more to the Kursks. And there's no more for the Germans to take over Kursk. They finally defended Kursk. Then Stalin, the leader of Russia, made more reinforcements, and they invaded more until they reached the border of Poland, and the Finland country lost the battle, finally surrendered. They sent more reinforcements, but then still outnumbered. So Hitler sent more advancements, but still outnumbered. Then, meanwhile in France, they finally liberated Paris. Then it became to Belgium at the Battle of the Bulge. They made major reinforcements to trap a lot of armies, but then George Patton had relieved them. Then they broke out in Germany. They finally entered Germany. In here, no more to the Germans. They finally entered. Then at Italy, they finally pushed here and gone inside Germany. Then in Yugoslavia, then to Hungary, finally they surrendered. Some of the allies and the Africans transferred to the European war. Then on Norway, they've finally been defeated. Here they were taken out by the Allies. Then they finally, but the Allies didn't come here yet. Then they finally pushed them back in Germany. While here, the Germans has been squeezed in by the Soviets and finally got inside Poland, the border of Poland. Then and they attack more on the Polish. They finally reached Germany. Then they finally reached on Germany's borders. Then the Russians invaded them with power, and the Americans too. Then they finally reached on Berlin, and the Germans were defeated. Here, no more to the Germans. They finally pushed forward, no more to here, no more to here, and no more to here. They're finally on the liberation of Germany. They have now met with the US in here. And that is all in a history of World War II, and thank you for watching and goodbye.